You know, I love games with high-scoring outputs.
Yeah, we all know that. But do you know who had the high-scoring single game of the 2024-25 regular season? Who scored a league high of 61 points?
Was it De'Aaron Fox, Nikola Jokic, Stephen Curry, or Giannis Antetokounmpo?
We know that huge performances can lead to wins.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Welcome, everyone, to the last game of this outstanding season. A decisive single-game NBA Finals. This is Brian Anderson. Coach Stan Van Gundy, Hall of Famer Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce round out our broadcast crew for this one. So a look at our starters for Orlando. Anthony Davis is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then there's Johnson, and it's Malone in at the 5. And for the Hawks, Kobe Bryant is out there with Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Then it's Joel Embiid, and it's Malone in at the 4 spot. You look at the Magic. Here we go. So Atlanta will get the first possession. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Bryant. Tries again. Orlando with the rebound.
Probably should have scored there. He usually does.
Pass to Davis. Here's Malone. O'Neal pulls it in. Here's Atlanta with the ball. Inside. And Malone gets it to go.
The first good move in a long chess match between these coaching staffs.
Yeah, now we get to see the counterplay. How you respond is half the battle out there.
Johnson with a bucket.
Ooh, how sick was that, guys? I mean, he makes defenders look silly with moves like that.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to O'Neal. Gilgeous-Alexander against Johnson. And Gilgeous-Alexander missing.
Well, the defense was right where they needed to be to stop the layup. Great awareness and effort.
It's hauled in by Kobe. The Hawks have gone 1 of 4 to begin this one. To the middle. Parked it down low that time. Got hit with the 3-second call.
The ball goes to the away team.
First quarter, just over a minute and a half in. Here's McGrady, covered by Bryant. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line.
The defense there doing whatever they can to protect the rim.
He's getting his first free throw attempts of the night now.
2 shots.
That's also good, so he hits both free throws. Here's Atlanta now. Gilgeous-Alexander with the ball. Soft touch off the glass.
And such a clever player in pick and rolls. Gilgeous-Alexander is unpredictable and understands how to attack defenses.
Pass to McGrady. Goes up from the top of the key. Here's Malone. Excellent D there from O'Neal.
Far from an ideal start, only 1 for 5. Let's see if they can turn it around.
Johnson against Gilgeous-Alexander. Back to O'Neal. Fires from 14. Down low. Tries from 6 feet, and he'll take a trip to the line for 2. Clearly got fouled on that shot. And Atlanta gets called for the foul.
You can't let Davis get established positioning inside. If he does, you have to foul him.
Both free throws good from Davis. And so it's Gilgeous-Alexander with it. He brings it up for Atlanta. Trailing by 2.
Yeah, what's special about Gilgeous-Alexander is how shifty he is, which also makes it so tough on defenses.
Atlanta shooting their first free throws of the game now.
Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
And he's good on the second. For Orlando, they've gone 1 of 5 to start things off. Pass to Malone. Here's Leonard. Embiid covers. On the money from 12 feet away.
Oh, this is why you get Leonard the ball inside and just let him go to work.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Johnson. And here's Bryant outside. He buries it from 3.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
Here's Malone. Knocked loose. And we're just over 3.5 minutes into this first quarter. And slam dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Yeah, a defense has to be very aware of Gilgeous-Alexander's attack mindset. He wants to get to the rim and do maximum damage.
Now here's Leonard. Tips it up. It's good on the putback.
Great anticipation on the tip in. He was ready to make that play.
For Atlanta, they've gone 4 of 8 and looking in control. Pass to Bryant. And then Bryant with the dunk.
Well, he led him with the pass there, almost like a quarterback timing a route. That was impressive.
Leonard looking around. Bearing his second of 3 attempts.
Inside, Leonard has so many go-to moves. He knows how to get by into a shot.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Malone. Johnson against Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Malone. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Bryant. Orlando with the rebound.
A tremendous defensive effort, saving a bucket right there.
Well, he's such a competitor at that end of the floor. Never takes a possession off.
Now here's Leonard. And here's Johnson. Gilgeous-Alexander defending. The fadeaway. Johnson inside. Gilgeous-Alexander defending. The shot by Johnson, no good. O'Neal passes to Gilgeous-Alexander. Shoots over Johnson. It's deflected. Here's McGrady. Embiid covers. Johnson against Gilgeous-Alexander. Leonard outside. Pass to McGrady. And here's Davis. And there's the rejection. And here's Gilgeous-Alexander. 5 points in the game. Oh, and Johnson with a block. Davis with it. The jump hook. Excellent D there from O'Neal.
I like where he took that shot. The D was just too strong.
And then Bryant with the dunk.
Just such a terrific dunker.
Man, born to fly, that's for sure. Well, the Magic shooting 33% in the first quarter. Pass to Davis. Gilgeous-Alexander against Johnson. Now here's Davis. And that one hits the back iron. The Hawks leading. Now Bryant. He's got 7. Pass to Embiid. O'Neal controls the rebound and the putback.
And guys, the way this defense is getting manhandled down low, you have to wonder if they're at 100% right now.
Orlando calls timeout.
Yeah, hoping to tap into something that'll get them clicking.
Yeah, they just have to be more patient. Less forcing and more passing.
All right, fans, look who it is. Let me hear you make some noise for your ATL Jackson.
And during the postseason, let's see who's been working the hardest on the glass. Here's Johnson. Pass to McGrady. Releases. Just 5 on the clock. Pulled the shot a little left. The bounce goes his way, though.
Well, with his skill and confidence with the ball, if you put him in position, he'll reward you.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Add that to his line. Now 3 for 6.
And the D can't allow Gilgeous-Alexander to get this positioning, because once he does, he makes you pay.
Here's Leonard. The rebound by Malone.
That's a shot he'd like back. He's usually going to make those.
Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. And that's his 4th bucket of the game in 7 attempts.
Yeah, making it look easy. Gilgeous-Alexander is so skilled. The ball on a string. We see him do this time and time again.
Pass to McGrady. To the paint. Here's Malone. O'Neal pulls it in. O'Neal's got rebound number 7 tonight. Now Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Malone. Leonard defending. Bryant, the pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Lets it go from deep. The rebound by Malone. Malone's got 5 rebounds in the game. Here's McGrady. Oh, he breaks it in. Right on Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Goodness.
And it's not always Leonard's forte, but he's really developed a solid passing game.
Oh, doing damage above the rim. That was our AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Malone, pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. And he lobs it up top. 1 minute left to play in the first quarter. Pass to Davis. Outside Johnson. Leonard with the ball. Fires the 3. Knocks down the long J.
The 3.
Now just a 1-point Atlanta lead.
Well, he's been very efficient in this quarter. Keep getting him the ball.
Gilgeous-Alexander on the wing. Covered by Johnson.
I love when Gilgeous-Alexander looks to score because it forces the defense to act.
And he'll take his 3rd and 4th free throws of the night. The first free throw is good. Orlando making a switch here. Both free throws good from Gilgeous-Alexander. Orlando trails by 3. Here's Iverson. And they cash it in right away with a quick shot.
Rock solid screen right there. The defender got completely lost.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look from there.
Bryant, the pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Good work defensively by Leonard. Outside Davis. Here's Iverson. He's got a piece of it. What a performance for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He has been the story for the Atlanta Hawks. 11 points in the quarter. He's on fire. We'll be right back after this word. And time for us to get back into it here in Game 1. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Hawks.
Well, I like how they're going right at the defense, creating high-quality looks with that penetration.
Well, I've also really loved watching them connect from the in-between area. I mean, they're finding ways to do damage consistently from there.
On the court for the Magic, we've got Anthony Davis. He's out there with Kawhi Leonard, and it's McGrady in at the shooting guard.
Quite simply, AD is one of the most impactful players in the league. Can take over a game on both ends.
And this is his 2nd trip to the line tonight. And it's tied up with that one. And the Hawks shooting a solid 47%. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to O'Neal. Bryant outside. Pass to Malone. Gilgeous-Alexander with the ball. Clock at 6. He shoots it. Davis with a rebound. And here's Davis. He'll bring it up for the Magic. To the inside. Malone. And he floats it in for the easy 2. Credit the sweet setup on that one.
Getting enough shots in close to play inside out.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to O'Neal. And there's the lob.
Beautiful setup on the alley-oop.
Great catch, great flush. O'Neal's gone 2 of 3 from the floor. To the middle. Here's Malone. And it's rejected. Inside. Here's O'Neal. And a nice finish on the layup. O'Neal's got 6.
And once more this half, they find a way to get great position inside.
Here's McGrady. Off the mark there with a 3.
And that's exactly how tightly you have to guard him every time he steps to the arc. He's just that good.
It's a one-on-one situation. Iverson passes to Davis. Ooh, Davis with the athleticism.
Yeah, this is how powerful Davis is. Awesome at capitalizing with the dunk.
Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Embiid. Here's Iverson, covered by Bryant. Iverson can't hit. For Atlanta, they've got 2 of 3 shots to go in the second. And here in the second quarter of action, just a hair under 2.5 minutes played. Gilgeous-Alexander on the wing. Oh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now.
There's that man, Gilgeous-Alexander. So tough to contend with his quickness.
Atlanta shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. That free throw good from Gilgeous-Alexander. And he makes both free throws.
We expect nothing less. He's generally been very good at the line.
Orlando calls timeout.
It may be a players' league, but the coaches obviously play a big part as well.
And this is when a coach earns his paycheck. Analyze the situation and give your players the information they need to succeed.
Hardaway's checked in for Gilgeous-Alexander.
Penny Hardaway.
And we're just over 2.5 minutes into the second. Johnson against Hardaway. Johnson passes to Malone. The putback. Great positioning on the putback. Malone's got 6 points.
Great effort to turn the miss into 2 points.
Yes, sir. Those are the hustle points. And the call is going to be, yes, an illegal screen.
Well, the league has put an emphasis to crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, and yet we still see it a lot. It's a tough thing to police.
Now here's Leonard. 7 points in the game. Thompson passes to Johnson. Back to Thompson. Got a piece of it. 5 to shoot. Leonard outside. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead. Well, the Hawks shooting efficiently. 50% so far. Up top, Embiid. Leonard defending. And here in the second quarter of action, as we approach 4 minutes played.
Well, just doing an excellent job defensively. Using his body to disrupt the shot and then get control of the loose ball.
Atlanta shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts of the game. And he drops the first.
At the line for Atlanta.
So he gets them both.
And they've capitalized well from the free throw line. Their percentage is impressive.
Now here's Thompson. No points yet. Here's Davis. Second shot opportunity. Davis just merciless inside.
And I'll tell you what, if you're going to mix it up with Davis, you better be on your game. He's so powerful inside.
Here's Bryant. There's the drive. And then Bryant with the dunk.
All he needed was a little separation. So effective.
Boy, cleared the path, put him in position for a prime-time dunk.
Well, give credit to the screener there. That's how you help free up your teammates.
Here's Leonard, following the score by Atlanta.
Yeah, look, it's not always about height. He's showing he wants those boards.
And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for two. It's going to go on Kawhi Leonard.
And they're getting work done at the charity stripe here in the second quarter.
It's his first trip to the line.
Yeah, just knocking down every free throw. I mean, I love to see this kind of efficiency.
Orlando trails by 4. Up top, Johnson. Defended by Hardaway. Pass to Thompson. Oh, Klay Thompson delivers.
As his career has developed, Klay has added this to his arsenal, becoming more than just a shooter.
Hardaway against Johnson. That shot is good by O'Neal. O'Neal's got 8 points in the quarter.
Well, sharp interior passing is so important. The best way to create high-percentage buckets.
Orlando calls timeout.
Looking now for some consistency. Just too many missed shots.
Yeah, right now, Coach needs to draw up his best play, get some points, and give this team some confidence.
Give them a round of applause. Once again, your ATL dancers.
Wilkins, pass to Davis. Here's Malone. On the wing, Thompson. To the inside. Malone can't get it to go.
This has been a close game in a lot of ways, but they do have an edge on the boards.
Pass to Bryant. Now Hardaway. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance at a three-point play.
And they've really been more consistent from the field this quarter.
This will be his third free throw attempt of the game. Orlando trails by 7. Outside Johnson. Out to Thompson. Jacks up a 3. Oh, and Klay makes that 3 look so easy.
Not too many players have ever had the feel for the three-point shot like Klay. He was born to shoot the deep ball.
Hardaway, the pass to Bryant. Into the lane. And he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
For a center, he's maybe undersized, but his ability to get in the air to make a play balances that out.
Here's Wilkins. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. And he got the whistle on the way up, so he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
Team second.
This is his first trip to the free throw line tonight. And Atlanta making a change here. Hayden's checked in. Both good from the line that time. The Hawks lead by 4. Lets it fly. Here's O'Neal. Battles through traffic and lays it in. O'Neal's got 14 points.
Have to take care of the defensive boards better than that.
Yeah, they need to pay attention to the details. Second chance points are backbreakers.
Now here's Davis. 7 points in the game. Back to Johnson. Shot clock at 6. Releases. And there's Thompson on the assist by Johnson.
Magic Johnson.
Johnson's got 3 assists in the game.
Well, after a silent first quarter, this is who they needed him to be. This is why you never count a guy out.
Payton's shot is good.
They're winning the battle down low by imposing their will.
Orlando trails by 6. Pass to Wilkins. Now Johnson, defended by Hardaway. Shot by Johnson, no good.
I'll tell you what, they've been aggressive and they've been physical.
Here's Weber. Oh, a rim-rattling
Attacking the rim with power.
Tremendous finish. To the paint. And he jams it home with authority.
He put a little flair on that one.
Yes, he did. Man, he's a strong finisher, huh? Atlanta leading by 6. Here's Hardaway. And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
Oh, man, you want to talk about taking flight? That's exactly what he did, making it look effortless.
Here's Johnson. Pass to Malone. And his 4th make of the day in 10 tries.
Well, this is why you watch the floor at all times. The best shot can appear in the middle of your own.
Payton. It's good. And he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A 3-point play opportunity. Orlando making a switch here. And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
At the line for your Hawks.
And the free throw, no good. Orlando trails by 8. Here's Wilkins. And he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
And B.A., he takes his rebounding so seriously.
This dude is such a grinder. His teammates appreciate the effort. Just goes all out on the glass.
Well, he gets paid to be a factor on the glass. That's a nice dunk to finish it off.
Now here's Payton. Pass to O'Neal. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Wilkins, pass to Johnson. 41 seconds left in the second quarter. Pass to Malone. And they force the shot clock violation. Great lead.
Atlanta ball. Coming to the floor for your Hawks.
Atlanta leading by 5. Outside Payton. Throws it up high. Oh, what a nice defensive play to disrupt the lob. Outside Johnson. Pass to Malone. Lets it go. Shot is good. Off the back rim and in. Malone's got 8 points here in the quarter.
I love the way he went with the bounce pass there. Great awareness.
The end of the first half.
And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. Atlanta on top, up by 3. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half.
Man, your Hawks Youth Dance Team.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Looking at the Hawks. They knew Game 1 might be a hard-fought struggle, and tonight certainly has been met. We'll see what adjustments they make in the second half to try and capture.
And here we go. The NBA Finals continue here on 2K Sports. And so it's Johnson with it. He brings it up for Orlando. It's a 3-point game. They've got Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He's out there with Kobe Bryant. And it's O'Neal in at the 5. So that's the Hawks 5. Here's Malone. Rebounded by the Hawks. Embiid's got 4 rebounds now. Right side, Gilgeous-Alexander. Taking it inside. SGA.
Very little resistance around the rim right now. That's the 5th straight bucket they've given up in the paint.
Johnson against Gilgeous-Alexander. The shot by Johnson, no good. Atlanta leading by 5. Bryant outside. Gilgeous-Alexander looking it over. Launches it. O'Neal passes to Embiid. And here's Bryant. With the drive. And he can't bank that one in. Orlando trails by 5. To the middle. Here's Leonard. It's Leonard with a good look inside.
Probably a play they drew up in the locker room at half.
Yeah, I like how they're establishing their interior presence right away. That's going to collapse the defense and create other opportunities.
Bryant, the pass to O'Neal. Orlando with the rebound.
That is a rarity. When he takes flight, he usually hammers it home.
To the wing, right side. Here's Malone. The rebound by Atlanta. O'Neal's got 13 rebounds in the game. Glass eating.
Not a great start to the second half. Just 1 for 4. Got to find ways to generate better looks here.
Bryant finds Gilgeous-Alexander. Excellent D there from Davis.
This is not how they wanted to start the second half. Just 1 of 5 so far.
Pass to McGrady for the tie. And another 3 for Orlando.
And that was a good read from Leonard. Noticing the overcommitment and exploiting it.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to O'Neal. Now here's Bryant. Defense is right there. Nice pass. Nice catch. And a resounding dunk.
Impressive one-hand slam right there, B.A.
Man, as long as he's confident about it, I'm good with it. Maybe use 2 hands next time. He knows where he is. Leonard against Embiid. Pass to Johnson. And there's the 3-second violation. The top scorers in the playoffs on our 2K leaderboard. The 4th spot held by Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Perfect time to take it to another level offensively. He's really carried them at that end.
For Atlanta, they've got just 2 of 6 in the second half. Malone, pass to Bryant. Gilgeous-Alexander with the ball. Covered by Johnson. And the foul on Anthony Davis. That'll be a second foul of the game.
His second. Team first.
And Atlanta with possession here. Since halftime, they've only allowed 5 points.
Making sure of it with the 2-hand slam, B.A.
Yeah, I don't blame him. With the score this tight, you cannot take a chance here. And he's going for the lob. And out of bounds. Atlanta will have it.
I don't know what the heck happened there. That's just a careless turnover.
Allen Iverson.
The Hawks lead by 4. Pass to Malone. Bryant, left side. To the right side. There's the 3. Connects from downtown. Malone's got 5 points.
Even though he hasn't lit up the scoreboard, I like how he's keeping others involved.
Here's McGrady. And they come right back with their own 3-pointer.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
And sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Gilgeous-Alexander, good.
And he was dominant in their last outing. And the same thing here tonight. He is in a terrific groove right now.
Yeah, for sure. He is just oozing confidence. Thinks every shot is going in. They should just keep running sets for him.
6 to shoot. Here's Malone. The shot won't fall. Excellent D there from O'Neal.
And they just continue to dominate the boards.
Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Bryant. Orlando with the rebound.
Hard to convert against that kind of defensive pressure.
Yeah, that's the kind of aggressive defense you always want to see on the interior.
And you know, guys, I mean, he is a solid free throw shooter. And, of course, Leonard has everything in his game.
And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Hawks.
Well, they've really been sharing the basketball. All coaches talk about that, try to get their teams to do it. Really great when you see it in action.
And also the number of points they've scored in the paint has been impressive. This coaching staff encouraging them to keep going inside.
Time called here. The Hawks decide to talk it over.
Let's give Coach credit. He's trying to find a way to squeeze the most out of every possession.
Well, that's the job, right? Your duty as a coach is to finesse your lineups so your guys get the best chance to succeed.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. SGA working through contact inside.
Hey, they're just getting pushed around inside.
Down low. Here's Malone. And Joel Embiid pulls it down. Embiid's got 5 rebounds tonight.
And guys, his shot hasn't been falling this quarter. Time to settle down, refocus, and get a really high percentage look.
Iverson passes to Davis. Here's O'Neal. Oh, Leonard with the block.
Oh, the claw strikes again. Kawhi using that big hand of his to get on the shot.
Davis down low. Gilgeous-Alexander defending. Pass to O'Neal. And it's blocked by Davis. Now here's Leonard. Embiid covers. They get it back. Here's Malone. And a good offensive board. And he gets the bucket. Malone's got 12 points in the game.
And lately, this guy is finding points. I mean, just a beautiful second chance bucket right there.
Well, he's been doing a great job of making something out of nothing, especially on the offensive glass.
And here's Davis. He'll bring it up for Orlando. Trailing by 4. Leonard passes to Iverson. From outside the arc. And another 3 for Orlando.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Oh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now.
No debate there. He got hammered.
He's had 6 attempts at the line. He's made 5 of them. Orlando making a switch here. Both free throws good from Gilgeous-Alexander. Orlando trails by 3. Here's McGrady. 15 points in the game. And that one is stuffed right through.
Hey, when in doubt, run the defender off the screen.
And you know, with a result like that, we'll see them run it again.
Yeah, defensive breakdown there. Gotta communicate and switch that screen. Well, he's just dominating right now. If his teammates are smart, they'll keep getting him the ball.
And there's the whistle. The illegal screen is the call.
And after playing the first half without a single turnover, he's gotten a little careless since the break.
Atlanta leading by 3. Now a timeout called by Atlanta. And as the coaches draw up their strategies, the players staying hydrated with some Gatorade. That's key to keeping them at their best all the way up to the buzzer.
It really is. And every one of those players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
Embiid finds Gilgeous-Alexander. Leans. Orlando with the rebound.
The battle of the boards has been something to watch.
And finished off by Davis.
Well, he can play the 4 because he gets off the ground so well.
Atlanta's gone 1 of 2 shooting from the perimeter since halftime. Outside Payton. Pass to Embiid. There goes Embiid. Outside for Gilgeous-Alexander. Just 5 to shoot. The Hawks need to get one up here. And once again, off the mark by Atlanta. The Magic have gone 7 of 13 in the second half. Here's Gervin. Embiid covers. For the lead. Shot's good by Iverson. Iverson's got his second basket of the game.
Looks like we're starting to see a pattern here. Not afraid to get in the paint and get wet.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Embiid. To the middle. It's stolen by Leonard. Here's the break. He launches a three. And another three for Orlando. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Magic.
Well, all you can ask for is your guys to be really active on D, and they've been more than that tonight.
And their block numbers also stand out to me. Challenging shots at the rim has been a big part of their defensive success.
Away team foul.
And these will be his second and third shots at the line here. And he makes a first.
At the line for Atlanta, Gary Payton.
So he hits one of two from the stripe. Orlando leading by 3. Here's Iverson. He has 7. No good on the 3. There's 49 seconds left in the third quarter. They grab their own miss.
Tremendous defensive effort, saving a bucket right there.
Well, he's such a competitor at that end of the floor. Never takes a possession off.
The effort on the glass, fantastic. Helps him overcome the size disparity.
Weber passes to Payton. And he drops it in from the low post. Payton's got 7 points in the game. Orlando has gone 6 of 9 from three-point range. Here's Iverson. Pass to Leonard. 13 feet out. Can't hit that one. It's still anybody's game as we reach the end of 3. Orlando ahead, leading by a point. After a quick break, we're coming right back with the start of the fourth quarter. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
Well, it's one of the core parts of the game. Reading the defense and creating an easy bucket for your teammate. That is pretty.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we'll start the fourth in what is still anybody's ball game. On the court for the Magic. And it's Gervin in at the small forward position. Hardaway, no good.
Thin margin of error right there. You have to work for a better shot.
Here's Iverson. Deflected. Here's Rodman to the paint. Here's Cowens. It's tipped. They shoot again. And they take the lead. Here's McGrady. Pass to Iverson. 1 minute in now in the fourth quarter. Blocked!
Get that out of here!
Here's Weber. Bryant, left side.
Away team foul. Tracy McGrady. His first. Team first.
Free throw good. Bryant. Johnson, he's checked in for Orlando. And both free throws good for Bryant. And so it's Johnson with it. He brings it up for the Magic. It's a 3-point game. Inside. And the layup is good.
Zero rim protection. Unforgivable in a tight ball game like this.
Yeah, there's no excuse for giving that up. That's the absolute last thing you want to happen.
Here's Bryant. And then Bryant with the dunk.
His arrow's been trending up as of late, and he's been magnificent tonight.
Johnson with it. Pass to McGrady. Unloads. The rebound by Malone. Malone's got 8 rebounds in the game. Here's Bryant. Mutombo with a rebound. Mutombo has got 4 rebounds now. Here's McGrady. Covered by Bryant. McGrady, good. McGrady's got 13 points here in the second half alone.
Yeah, after a slow start to the game, he's been productive and efficient here in the second half.
Here's Bryant inside. The shot off that time for Orlando. They've gone 2 of 5 from the field in this final quarter. Gervin with the bucket. Tight ball game coming down the stretch.
Yeah, with 7 lead changes thus far, this has been a thriller.
Time called here. The Hawks decide to talk it over.
Then, your Hawks Youth Dance Team.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, well, Quinn Snyder was just reviewing the plan with the team. He tried to loosen the tension a little, asking his guys, are we having fun? I know I am. Just relax out there and follow the game plan. We've got this.
All right, Allie, thanks once again.
A 6'6 playmaker, SGA has a great view of the floor.
Pass to Gervin. Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth. Back to Johnson. 6 on the shot clock. Here's McGrady. Covered by Bryant. McGrady, shot is off.
Fantastic perimeter defense. His coaches and teammates have to appreciate this kind of effort.
Yeah, and it's really hard to stay connected to shooters out there. And even harder to contest the shot without foul.
Here's Bryant. Here he goes. Oh, he packs it down.
That is incredible.
Oh, save that for the dunk contest. That flush was so extra.
Whether or not this game is close, he's the same guy. Focused on finishing firm at the rim. Once again, an explosive highlight on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. It's stolen by Johnson. The basket and the foul. It's going to go on Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
And this is just typical of him. Always making an impact at crucial moments in the game.
Well, you know this is when they lean on him, and he delivers with a much-needed score.
Davis, he's checked in for Orlando. Bryant outside. Driving inside. To the inside. Now here's Embiid. He's guarded closely. Goes back up. Strong finish by Embiid.
The control and focus from Embiid. Able to absorb hits from the defense and still finish.
Here's McGrady. Covered by Bryant. Here's Gervin. They get it back. Davis. Excellent D there from O'Neal.
Great anticipation defensively. I love how he turned an easy look into a difficult play.
And that's what you have to do. Protect the house.
Gilgeous-Alexander finds Embiid. Inside. Just 5 on the clock. Look at Embiid play some bully ball down low.
Excellent focus there from Embiid. Just pushes past the contact.
Orlando calls timeout. You have to like what we're seeing from Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Well, look, he's picking apart their defense. They need this timeout to figure out how to slow him down.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Johnson. Pass to Gervin. Driving in. No good that time. Embiid with the nice defensive effort. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
His first.
He can be such a physical force. It's so hard to keep Embiid from getting to the free throw line.
Orlando making a switch here. Leonard's checked in. Orlando trails by 6. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
Third person.
A member of the NBA 75 team. Kawhi's done pretty much everything on the court. Multiple Finals MVP, multiple Defensive Player of the Year awards. I mean, we're watching an all-timer in Leonard. And we've seen some good free throw shooting in the second half.
Atlanta leading by 4. Left side, Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Malone. Tipped. And here's Davis. And he lobs it up to the rim. Alley-oop up top, hammer it home.
It's a beautiful setup on the alley-oop.
Great catch, great flush. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Embiid. Up top, Bryant. The rebound by Malone. And so it's Leonard who brings up the ball for Orlando. Trailing by 2. Johnson on the wing. Back to Leonard to tie it up. Embiid with the nice defensive effort. Now O'Neal. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Kicks it out to Bryant. Clock at 6. Orlando with the rebound. Malone's got rebound number 13 for him here tonight.
Yeah, not his best night in terms of shot selection. Lucky for him, his teammates have picked up the slack.
Going inside. The game now all tied up. McGrady's got 15 points here in the second half. Boy, this offense has been dynamic and diversified.
Just everyone sharing the ball and sharing the load makes you difficult to defend.
Time called here. The Hawks decide to talk it over.
It's time to talk this over and try to put a stop to this run.
Yeah, I like the timeout here. The coaching staff needs to get these guys regrouped and refocused.
And now let's present our New Balance Player of the Game.
Just an effective weapon for them on the inside tonight. He was such a reliable option for them on offense with his muscling his way to the basket from the low block.
Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Malone. Now here's Bryant. To the paint. And Malone gets it to go. And the Hawks lead by 2.
Oh, I'll tell you what, in this fourth quarter, he's been locked in and has made some big shots for his team.
To the middle. Tipped. Here's O'Neal. Oh, there's the alley. And so the ball out of bounds. Gilgeous-Alexander touched it last.
Well, that's an unforced error. If you want to drive your coach crazy, that's the way to do it.
Orlando has gotten 6 of 10 three-pointers to drop. Pass to McGrady.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
1:57 left in the fourth quarter. Shot clock at 6. Here's Leonard. Nice balance from Kawhi Leonard there.
Leonard doesn't shy away from these moments, embracing his role as a leader for his team.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Leonard. Gilgeous-Alexander attacking, and he comes up with a bucket.
Oh, obviously Gilgeous-Alexander has the will to win. What a relentless effort.
At the line for your Hawks.
That free throw good from Gilgeous-Alexander.
Well, that's what you expect from him in this situation.
Orlando trails by 3. Outside Johnson. Oh, and a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
Excellent tempo on the play, and he leads his teammate perfectly.
And there's a whistle. That'll belong to Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. That's foul number 2 for him.
And great job to establish position and square up.
Johnson against Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Malone. A Minute 15 left in the fourth quarter of this one. And the go-ahead bucket, no good. Gilgeous-Alexander with the ball. The drive by Shea. Oh, and Johnson with a block. Davis, the pass to Johnson. Down low. Here's Malone. Excellent D there from O'Neal. Expect them to take their time this trip down.
Yeah, B.A., the clock is theirs to burn.
Count it.
Whoa, that is as clutch as it gets. Big-time play.
Yeah, don't you just love to see a player embrace that kind of pressure?
Orlando calls timeout. They're down by 3. 41 seconds left in the fourth quarter here.
Let's go! Are you ready?
41 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Inside, Malone. Money!
How about the bounce?
We can call that bounce per ounce. Can't be denied. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Count it!
No fear in the eyes of Gilgeous-Alexander. His guys believe in his ability to come up big.
Orlando calls timeout. They trail by 3. We've got 22 seconds left to play in the fourth. Guys, what do you think?
Tricky situation here. They need some kind of bucket to stay alive.
Yeah, the clock is their enemy and they know it. We'll see if they go for the tie or try and get it quickly.
Here's Malone. The shot misses. Excellent D there from O'Neal. And now we've got an intentional foul.
Yeah, just a must-foul situation to stop.
First free throw is good. And that gives him a 4-point cushion. So he gets them both. And it's a 5-point game.
No doubt, that just about seals it.
Pass to McGrady. The 3 is up. The rebound by Atlanta.
The shooter thought he had enough space, but the defender was right on him.
Yeah, he may have had space, but the defense did a nice job closing that gap.
Shea Gilgeous-Alexander.
And so both free throws good, and it's a 7-point game.
That's the final buzzer.
And the Atlanta Hawks have done it. They are the NBA champions.
The away team, 93. As always, thank you to everyone who came out tonight. Your support is appreciated. Please make sure you get home safely.